Hello, my sunflowers. How are you today? Well, I hope everything is going great, even though we're recording this in the morning. What else can I say? What time is it? If I had to go by our time, oh, it's early. This is about 8:47 a.m.
Yes.
So, what I'm going to say, I'm going to be reading on Yandy and Mendici, or Mendici and Yandy. Now, let me tell you where I am with this. A couple of weeks ago, I had early in the morning. This happened about a couple of weeks ago. It's been 2-3 weeks ago. Early in the morning, it came on TV, and it said that Yandy Smith or whatever from Love and Hip Hop was killed in a car accident. Well, I said, what? I went back, rewinded. That's what it said.
Yes,
I really was just heartbroken about this. Very heartbroken. So in return, what I did was, when I was heartbroken, I said, before I panic, let me go to other networks on YouTube to see if anybody's talking about it. Well, I couldn't find nobody talking about it. So then I went deeper. So I'm saying all this to show you that this is real. So I went deeper. So now I go deeper. And they said that it wasn't Yandy's, but it was Yandy's mother, who had an accident. I think it was back in December.
Okay.
Somewhere along that. I don't remember, but I think that's what it said. Well, I was so relieved. But then the next week, people started dying in threes.
Yes. We made a whole video about that.
And I say that because that's an old wise tale. My mom, that's what I grew up with. And I'm trying to be evolved from a lot of the old ways, but it came in threes. Now, at the time when I thought it was Yandy, I was very upset. And I said to baby Crone, as I stand here, death is coming.
Yes,
I said, it's going to be somebody, it's going to be an entertainer. Did I not?
Yep, gonna rock the world.
Gonna rock the world, for at least not like, like the
States.
Not like the state, not like if Chris Brown or Beyonce or Adele, not like that, but enough where their name is known.
Yes.
Their name is known among blacks and white. Like if you didn't know who she was, you play some music, you'll know her, especially if you was back in the 90s. She was about that neo soul, Afrocentric, fly, went with D'Angelo, you would know her. It would have been no way. It's just, she would have rocked the world. She didn't rock the world like that. And I made that clear, but she would be enough where she'll give it a jolt. Hahowever, when I had that, I had no idea that Gene Hackman was going to die.
Right.
Clueless. I had no idea that this 39-year-old, what's her name?
Michelle Trachtenberg.
Another one, Buffy the Vampire. If she played in that, she wasn't Buffy, because Buffy was a blonde-haired girl. She must have played her friend or something, because I remember her face, okay? And last, Angie Stone. Now, all three of those people have something in common. All three of them. One of them is 95 years old, an old actor who accolades will touch the ceiling. The second one, and he was the one that died first, as into saying that it's man's time to sit down. I'm going to break it down. The second one is the woman. She's 39 years old. She's a woman actress. So now we got the male actress, we got the female actress, and we got the male actress that is 95 years old, and we got the female actor that is 39 years old. Baby, you better start counting numbers. And so when you get down to her, she's an actress. She's known. If you don't know her, you would know Buffy the Vampire Slayer. What else would you know? If you were 25 years old, you would know.
Yep, she played in a movie called 17 again.
You would know her.
Yep, Gossip Girl.
That's it. And now understand the three. That's what I'm pointing out. All of them are famous, but they may not be known to everybody, like a Michael Jackson. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a Adele. like somebody big. Oh, Tom Cruise,
True.
Beyonce. I'm trying to put equal with equal. That if these people die, it would just devastate people. There would be people who wouldn't be able to go to school. You understand what I'm saying? Just like, like in their heyday, what's the guy that just died?
Liam Payne.
If Liam would have died in their heyday, it would have been mayhem. But I'm talking about people that have crossed the line where they are just legends. Well, he is a legend, but he wasn't like that. Because my daughter may not know who he was. But if I said, you know the movie Bonnie and Clyde, she'll go, oh yeah. I mean, that's how they are. So when you get to Angie Stone, now she's the black woman. So you got two women against one, and their ages 95, 39, and 63. Okay, so now you got the black woman. Now this is a black woman, and this is an Afro soul woman. This is a woman that is religious. And I don't mean it in a negatory way. I mean it. This woman wore her peace. Even when she was younger, she was always talking about soul power, brother. She was always. I must admit, I was not one of her biggest fans, but I liked her. She was that kind of singer. You know, there are people you follow, but you know who they are. You know, if they say Angie Stone, you'd be like, oh yeah, Angie. But like that, if you understand what I'm saying. But I may be digging Michael Jackson.
Right.
Did that make sense? So anyway, when I get to Angie Stone, here she is, another one. Would I call her a legend? I would call her a legend of neo-soulness. Because she is what brought a neo-soul to me. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I knew Angie Stone before I knew Jill Scott.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Before I knew, what's Beyonce's sister name? Solange. I mean, there's a lot of them I can name to me. But she was the first that introduced me to the neo soul. Her and another one, Angela Baidu, the Baidu character.
Oh, okay.
Them two. So when you look at the eras, you see that there is woman dominance. It's like the man is old and set in his way. And that his time is running out, not death, but his time is running out. He can't control his kingdom. And the mother needs to rise up and be the ruler. Why? Because she hears the cries of her babies, of her children. It's her time to rise and take center. It's time. It's the woman season.
Right on. Female
power. It's happening. All right. Now, along with all that, don't get me off track what I was talking about with Yandy. I mean, so I thought it was Yandy. That same, you're famous, but you're famous in your genre.
Right.
You know, you die, you will be talked about.
Most definitely.
You will not go where, you know, oh, she died. No, you would die and it will be gossipy.
Yeah.
All right. And sadness. Because she done made her mark on the world.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you can't tell me Dandy not known. So, you know, but I don't put up there with a Beyonce.
Right.
You understand? But she's known. And who she knows.
Yes,
okay. So everybody who I name, it's not only who they are, but who they know. Just recently, I saw Angie Stone in a interview with Kim.
Oh.
With Cam.
Okay.
You know, so she's known. So let me get back to my focus. So I'm saying, not just ignoring all these things, ignoring it. I'm like, I don't know his death. I don't know what's going on. So next thing I hear is this coming week. I don't know, this week. Mendici and what's his name? Kurt was fired from Love and Hip Hop. So I followed Love and Hip Hop. I used to follow them religiously. But because of the switch up and all of this and Angela Minna and all of that happened, I just drifted away. But you know how you drift away, but you still got your hand in there. You still know what's going on. You still know, even if it's somebody new. Oh, you knew. That's how I am with Love and Hip Hop. So for this to all of that I told you, bring me to the day. I'm minding my business in my bed, sleeping. And who am I dreaming about? Yandy and Mendici. And now, how loud do things have to go for me to say, okay, I got to talk about, I told Baker I'm going to talk about this live, but I'm doing it now. I'm purging. Take what you can from it. I don't know why why Mendici and Yandy is on me.
Mm-hmm. Weeks.
I don't even get it.
Mm-hmm.
I know that it has something to do with the pulse and the time we in. There is no coincidence. I know that. But the next thing I think I heard in my sleep was they were arguing. If I'm not mistaken, this is what I heard in my sleep, that they got kicked off the show and that Yandy was behind it. And I don't know if this was real or dreaming. Okay, because when I woke up, it wasn't on my TV. But this is what I heard, that Yandy broke up with Mendici and got him off the show. And you all tell me if this is a dream or not, because I don't know, okay? And that Mendici was doing a podcast and telling his side of the story and saying that he was set up. I don't know if this is dreaming or real. You tell me. Nevertheless, I got a message. So in this, I'm saying that's why Mendici said he don't wear his ring. It could be a whole lot of stuff mixed up. I don't know. It could have been come from me. I don't know. It's just I'm asleep. This is what I'm dreaming. Okay. And I'm saying it because it's still ringing in my ear. Now, I may not say everything where I was this morning. I was buzzing with everything. Mm-hmm. But, it wears off. It don't stay with me after a while. It leaves. So I'm saying, okay, now, Mendici said that Yandy is not trustworthy. I may say the wrong words, but trustworthy, and that's why he don't wear his ring. Now, in spite of this, I woke up out my sleep saying, but I remember a couple of years ago, Yandy had a boyfriend, and she didn't want to let, I think this was shortly after he got out of prison or something, a couple of years, I don't know. But Yandy had a boyfriend, and Mendici found out about it. That's where I was. Now, I don't know what's going on today, but it just seems to me that whatever's going on in their marriage, if they are married, but in their legal complications, because they're tied together spiritually. Now, whether or not it's true, I'm trying to figure it all out. And I'm saying their stuff go back a ways. Mm-hmm. Whatever they got, they go back. They in time. And it's affecting them now. Do that make sense? Mm-hmm. Whatever that's going on with them, this got legs, it's history. This got roots. This is old stuff. You know how you got old relationships and you've been mad so long, and here it is 10 years and you still mad about what happened on the night of our prom. Mm-hmm. And you're like, why'd you marry me? Mm-hmm. Or you're mad because whatever, I can think of anything. You didn't spend enough time with the baby and you cheated on me during that time. And it's 10 years later and you still mad. And not only that, every time you get mad, you bring it up. And it's like, why'd you stay with me? Mm-hmm. But you mad. You cheated on me. You gave me an STD. You lied to me. 10 years later, you still mad. And the same thing, why did you marry me? Mm-hmm. I'm pausing because that needs to marinate. I asked the question, why is they bothering me? Mm-hmm. And this is their message. This is the message. Let it go. so you can move on, so you can open up your chakras, so you could see and not be imbalanced. You can't be balanced if you cling into the past.
That's true.
You should always be present in your now. And you should always be thinking of new things and a better day and better. You should always be thinking of something creative when you're up. And if you're not doing these things, then you have to question, am I a humanoid? And you know, they call them the Walking Dead. And you know, lately I've been talking about it because I didn't believe it. I didn't believe, like, you know, how you like, I don't believe that. Or they talk about an incubus and a succubus. And you like, I don't believe that. I don't believe in devils. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. But life begins to show you things that manifest themselves in people. Or situations where you have no choice but to believe that. Because it's like a spiritual and a physical meeting together. And maybe you have to be a selected one to see it. But you can see the zombies in people that's they're just robotic. Because they don't have a brain. They are being computered. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Given it enough time, eventually they're going to be able to already be able to create babies without a woman. They're going to still need the chromosomes, but they're going to be able, they can extract that from women and they'll be able to make you a robotic baby.
Yeah.
A baby like you. A baby it's going to always be trouble with the mind, no matter what they do. At where I'm sitting, and I think I'm sitting pretty high up. And from what I'm seeing with a bird's eye view, like an ego, to be able to not only emulate and make a man or a woman, to make it as real as us. To be able to relate and fall in love with us, or at least assimilate it. We're not far from that. We're not far from that. And so everybody, okay, it's coming. So everybody wants to know, why is it that Elon Musk is doing, because he brings out these things.
You do.
He's where's his mind? I got to read on him. Where is he? So if you are a great one yourself, and you see the great one in somebody else, where do you want that great one?
In a great, powerful position.
Near who? Near you.
Oh, yeah.
So I can eat.
Absorb.
So I can absorb that energy.
Yeah, watch and learn.
Watch and learn and just watch. Think about it. If you found a genie and you knew this genie was in a jar, and you can say, Genie, Genie, please, Panini, come to me and give me plenty. Poof. And it came to you, and whatever it was, they made it happen within a day. Would you be willing to share that with the world? Not really, but you'll sit on it. And if it gets out, that thing, he got a genie in there. That's a genie. It's going to be people who poo-poo it. But where's that genie going to be? Next to me. I want you to let that marinate, and you can take that any way you want. But this leads me back to these critters. Why them? Why? Because we are preoccupied.
Okay.
In the this is the way it's coming, at the basic level of knowledge. That we have allowed reality TV to become our reality.
Yeah.
We're at the basis. But at the base, there are planes crashing.
There are.
Falling out of the sky.
Mm-hmm.
People seeing drones. But yet, in this time, you got Jay-Z who got off and now in return to sue instead of walk away to prove himself. The thing is with Jay-Z and Beyonce, because they are a couple, and if you was married, you would understand that. We know he did shit. We know it. Don't want me to talk. We know he did shit. You don't even know him. Do you think he's been clean?
Oh, no, not at all.
No. You said that with conviction. Where'd that no come from? Tell me.
Just what I've seen in the media and heard about him.
What I hear in his music. What I hear him say in his music. How he has treated his wives and women. How he treated Riri when she went to sign the papers. Come on. Who his friend was. Who he drank and partied and made toast with. He's not clean. And yet, he is going to fight a lawyer and say, I'm clean. What a foolish thing to do. Sometimes you got away from it, walk away. Your image is tarnished. Your eye will on you. Nothing you can do can make you clean. Nothing. There will always be your fandoms that will always forgive. Always. But there will always be people like Baby Clone and me that says it's going to take a lot for us to forgive. And when we forgive, we don't know you. But we forgive and whether or not we trust you to like your music or like you anymore. That's where we got. That's the power we have. We have the power to say we can turn you off. We don't need to listen to his music.
That's true.
If we was in a place and it came on the radio, we'll sit down and have a conversation.
It's true.
See, when you're really done with something, you're done with it.
Mm-hmm.
If it was a song you like, you'll get up and walk out. I refuse to dance to this. Mm-hmm. I'm going to the bathroom. Want to go with?
Yep.
When you're done, you're done. And it's plenty of us out there that are like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the only one. Because after a while, your music start piercing my ears.
That's true.
It start hurting me. So here we got this couple, Yandy,
mm-hmm.
and her husband,
question mark.
Mandisi. And they showing up in the middle of all of this. Isn't that strange?
Yes, their voices wanted to be heard.
3 cards. 1, Baby Cone, when I lay them out, you're going to get them and show them on a large screen.
Yes, how weird it would be if any of these 5 cards popped out. This is just how. Well,
here it is. It's getting ready to pop and it's getting ready to pop out. All righty. I'm just going to start here. We got the moon. I want to start here. We got the sword. I'm going to pick here. And we got a king. So, in these 3 cards, we have, you got me? Mm-hmm. Give her a moment. Right here, we have a sword.
Yes, the sword.
Put it down some. So they can see. That's why I had to get some baby, because we're going to figure this stuff out. So bear with us as we learn. So she have a sword right there, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Next card we have.
Yes, it's the moon.
It's the moon. That's the next card. I don't have to show it because she's showing it. It's the moon. And I got some larger cards so she can show and tell. And then, of course, we have the King of Wands. Wow, this is a powerful reading.
Yes, King.
So what I see here in my reading is, Baby Crone, I want you to read too if you can.
Okay.
What I see here, I see a page, but don't be fooled by the page because this is a child. This is like a teenager. It's coming to me like a teenager. Sometimes it can come to me as a baby, but it's definitely coming to me as a teenager. As a teenager, as one that is playing psychological manipulation. So one of them is very witty. I'm getting the idea that this wittiness, I'm going to say what I feel and I'm just reading what I read. I'm getting the feeling that this wittiness, this sharpness of thinking is coming from Yandy, playing that innocent role. What? And the reason why I say that, because back in her day, even when she will argue with that woman, I can't think of the one with the mole. I can't think of her. I'm in transit. So anyway, so when I think of her, that's what I think of. I think of her manipulating the birds. Like she's got a crowd, a flock people that will believe whatever she says. And she's got this crowd that people are drawn to her. They like her, but she create mischief. She's deceptive, and she's good at being deceptive. Okay. In other words, it's saying she's a good liar. Everything I say is allegedly. I don't know Angie, but I don't know Yandy, but I'm telling you everything that leads up to what all the stuff I told you before. This is what the reading says. You don't have to agree. This is what it says. Now, I wouldn't say that about Yandy, but she shows up in the past. So since she show up in the past, or why do I say that it's a page? Because pages are normally as females or feminines. So if it's known as a feminine, like knights would be known as boys or masculine. So here I see a page. And the reason why that I say mental is because she has a sword, and that has to deal with communication. And that is the airwaves, sound, frequency. So that's what's showing up on the card. But it shows that she's 40. I think they said, I looked her up. I think they said she's 42 years old. So therefore, she's not a child. But she's still got a lot of maturing to do. Okay. But what I do see is that I don't know if she had brothers or sisters or whatever, but she's her mama's baby or something. She's babied, loved. She seems like a nurturer. But whatever that is, she manipulate the air. But when you're manipulating, that makes you a liar. So I must say she have lied, or she can lie. Now, you may say, why do I say that? Because she's looking in the opposite of the moon, as if saying, that ain't me. I ain't lying. But the moon is looking down at her. And it's like, she's like, I ain't lying. It ain't me. Baby Crone, do you see the same thing?
Yes, I do.
It's not me. But the moon is facing you, though.
Yes, it is.
So then it's like, not only that we got that animal, we got the wolf and the dog howling at the moon. You're making a disturbance. You're sprinkling seeds. You're sprinkling seeds. They can see it. The seeds. Sprinkling yards. Seeds. You got blue. You got water. You're sprinkling. You're a manipulator. I'm saying this. I don't know her. I'm just saying it. And last, we have the king. We have to say this is her husband.
Yes.
As if he has been manipulated by her too. But he is the king and he is fire. So it's like I have to outthink her. I have to outwit her. Yeah. I have to be, because she is wind and she knows how to cause my flames to flare. She can cause me to go in a different direction. In other words, if I'm this king and I got it, but I'm on fire, I can push you over there strong enough away from me.
Mm-hmm.
I can wave my hand and move you to the side. Not saying you ain't coming back. But if I do it enough and hard enough, I can put you away where it appears to be that I put you out.
Mm-hmm.
So he understands that about his wife. So he sits on his chair as if looking at her at work like, amazing. Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Chrissy, who was married to Jim Jones, who they were together.
Uh-huh.
Chrissy, how Chrissy didn't like her.
Mm-hmm.
It was Chrissy. I just want to go back. So, and she was with Jim Jones. So now we see the beginning of a dilemma.
Mm-hmm.
But we see in the middle of them the moon card, meaning water, darkness, cloudy views, things that are so deep we don't want to deal with. We don't want to blame nobody. We don't want to deal with. So we just act like nothing isn't happening. Mm-hmm. As the king says, I won't lose my cool. And as she says, I won't lose my status. Mm-hmm. If one of us have to go, one of us have to go. That's and it would be you, Mendici. You have to go.
She's got the control and the power.
Now the question is,
okay,
you got us down here and you got all this stuff connection. As I lay 3 more cards, you're going to have to tell me, what does it mean? We understand that this is a game.
Okay.
Like it's a real game because it's playing with people's feelings.
Right.
But it lets me know that Yandy is great at the game.
Okay.
And her husband know exactly what she's doing. He just got to convince the people that Aunt Yandy is lying. Mm-hmm. Or Yandy is not truthworthy. The devil fell out. You see it?
Yeah, I'm about to get it.
You don't have to. I'm just saying. I'm just holding it up.
Mm-hmm. I was just curious about her zodiac sign.
I did all this without even asking about her sign. What?
Oh, she's a Pisces.
Are you surprised?
No,
I said that water, they go deep.
Yeah, but she's right there on the cusp where she could have been an Aries.
Oh, well, you could see it.
Yes, you can.
So let me pick 3 more cards, but this time I'm going to start from here. Mm-hmm. Okay, you said I would have picked you at first, so I'll pick you at first.
Ooh, yikes.
Here it is. Pentacles.
And Mendicis is a Scorpio.
And now I go to the middle. Okay, where I'm going. I go here. Another Pisces. I'm saying not Pisces. Here we have Pentacles. This is the Earth card. And this has got to do with us. Mm-hmm. How that story, I don't know how it's going to do it, but it's saying it's got to do it. So up in here, you want the last card, and I'll pick that. So that's good. This is good. And the reason why I say this is good is because for the United States, when I said both of these, you have 2 women that are seeming like they're in power. Mm-hmm. Here, you see here, the middle of the card, you see here, we have the pentacle. The pentacle, not the pentacles, a page, meaning for me, they're female energy. And here we have the page. Here we have the 9 of Cups, which is another woman. These are just archetypes. You take it the way you want it. But in this sense, but nevertheless, it is feminine because cups are receptive. Okay. So, but we see a woman that is well sit, legs crossed, arm crossed, head looking directly at you, as sitting as a dignitary, as sitting, somebody said, you can't tell me anything and you can't bull S me. I'm wise, I'm open, my rivers run deep. I got hiddens of reservoirs behind me, and all my cups are sturdy. I can handle the job. I think we're coming into a woman presidency. The second card is a pentacles. And what I see here, this again, another pentacles, but this is a male dominance. So it's like, even though when it comes in, it's like the man don't want a woman president because they don't want the woman to be spending the government money. Does that make sense?
That does
Make it make sense for me. This is all what I see from why this. I have no idea what the card's going to show up, but go ahead.
At least the way I interpret it or just see it's just masculine energy just doesn't want to give up their power for the feminine to rule over because they may fear what the power feminine can do, which is nothing to really fear. It's just It's just the way they choose to perceive it, the masculine.
Like we don't want the women running our money. We don't want the women, but I tell you, a woman president is going to rise up in this country.
You know, that's the second time you said that.
It's going to rise up in this country. It is going to happen.
The rise of the feminine.
The rise of it has to. When that's what I'm saying. When Jean, this is all about Yandy. And remember, I thought it was Yandy, but it was Yandy's mother. But if Yandy is 43 or 42 years old, then I speculate that Yandy mother can't be no older than 62, and definitely could be Yandy mother could be 52.
That's true.
So she's at that in between stage of life. You understand what I'm saying? She's at that middle stage of life. So I'm saying, if we look at where we are, that's how we are in the year. We are 25. We are 25 years into the new year, till we get 50. I won't see 50 with you. I won't, but you could.
Yeah, I could. Ooh.
You could. That would be 50. You would have to live 50 more years to see it. No, 25 more years to see it. More than likely, I won't be. I could.
Yeah, you could.
I could. I would be old, but I could. I definitely could live. I could live 25 years. I would be old, but I could live. But many of you won't be here to see it. But I'm saying, before time is over, there will be a woman president, and she is going to, because she hears the cries of her people, the cries of her children. She will become president. Huh?
I said we need help.
It's time. It's for woman femininity. She's going to rise. She's on the rise now. And what I'm saying is, you all have to think long and hard. What kind of woman do you want to rule over you?
Yes.
Because she is coming. She is coming. And when she comes, what kind of woman do you know? I work with women, and I think women can be very hard and cold.
They can. I understand the fear.
So you do, yes. So the idea, and I'm speaking my truth because I am a woman, the idea that a woman that will rule over me is frightful. Because I know how hard they could be, especially if they're put in a position to be hard.
Yes.
Then they got that masculine energy. That's what I'm afraid of. However, but there was a female that I did like, and it was on Traders. And her name was Carolyn.
Yes.
I wouldn't mind a personality, not quirky.
Right.
Talk to me, baby Crone.
Somebody that knows how to get a job done, is reasonable, and will listen out to.
And fair.
Yep. Fair.
And if they say, I won't cut you, I won't cut you. But if you cut me, I don't trust you no more.
Exactly.
Her. But another woman that I like the way they played, I don't remember their end, but they to me was lovely. I love the way Phaedra played.
Oh, yes, that's true.
She played with compassion. I would like to have the woman. What the two things I said? I'm going to name the third. What is the two things? The first thing we said was could be wise,
wise,
and
reasonable,
fair, reasonable, fair, and wise. Even though they may not look like it, they may look, sexy or. Because we don't want no mother hen up in that chair, right? We want somebody that dressed nice. We want somebody that's in their early 60s, 62, 63. We want somebody young or maybe 59. We want that. We don't want grandpa, no grandma in the chair. right?
Mhm.
We want her to dress fly and
Yes, we do.
reasonable, dress like a Michelle Obama. That's
that's
a
true.
leading lady. Wouldn't it be stunning if it was Michelle? We don't know. We don't know. But up in that age, but she's coming. Y'all hear it from me?
Yes.
Y'all hear it from me?
You just materialized it.
She's coming.
Put some
She's
thought into
coming.
that.
She's coming. But she's going to be like steel. But she's loyal to her country. But she's got a lot to prove. But she's going to make radical changes. And she's coming. And so you said, why is this? When the energy knows that it's getting ready to change, when it knows the atmosphere is in for a drastic change, everything starts happening.
Yes.
Everything. The planes fall from the sky, ships sink, robberies, everything changes. It's disruption. It's like it's roaring to scare you. It's roaring. Like,
you have to get your attention.
to get your attention, to take you away. And see, here is this woman. She's coming. And yet she has I wouldn't call the king, but it's fire. So I would have to say fire would rain. I would have to say fire would rain on a negative for me.
Okay.
You want to know why?
Yes.
Because it can be so destructive.
That's true.
And because its sting is deadly. However, it can sting you where you're just in ecstasy. But it also can sting you where it could destroy you. So because it has that destroying, whereby water is more receptive, you can drown in water. Why? Because you can't inhale it. It's just the weight of it that just take your breath away. It's just water itself. Is that making sense? When I say wind, I can't say air because air is frequency. And if you blow it, it can rip off everything. It can make a fire worse. So that's why. So the best thing that I can think of with this fire energy where it could burn would be earth.
Okay.
Which is showed up. You see? But she will be water, strong, not easily fooled, masculine in a sense. But she will be married and she will have a very strong leader over her. I'm just saying. Did I get it all out?
Yes, you did.
So, and you may say, how all this ended with you? I don't know. All I know is that is the where we are. Can you explain it more? Because I forgot it. But they don't stay with me to remember. But go ahead. What was I saying about it? About Yandy and I got it. What I was saying is all of that was saying that in this relationship, I don't care. Everything I say is allegedly. I don't care about whether it's true or false. But I have to look at the cards. And the cards are telling me that Yandy lied. She's a liar. She lies about things. She lying. And in between them, they both have done their dirty work. They both have done dirty things to each other. But stand in the middle because he's coming with fire. In other words, he's coming with truth. He's saying, I'm going to tell you my truth. Yandy is not who she said he is. However, I don't know if they together, if I don't know if they apart. I don't know. But what I do know is they're still fighting. And I don't think that Yandy want to let him go.
Okay.
But when I think of Love and Hip Hop, he already had a woman or two and how Yandy fought for him. Yandy, I don't think that she wants to let Mandisi go. And I don't know if Mandisi want to go. So with that being said, I hope you understand how that reading got me all the way to deliver that message. I guess to let you know, do you want a liar? Somebody who would distract you to make you think, start looking at things for truth. Don't look at it because this is my best friend and, look at it for the real. What kind of woman do you want will detect what kind of women you befriend and friends you know.
That's true.
It's time to take inventory and prepare to make the biggest decision. Who will rule over us? It's going to be a woman. So whether it's this season or the next is coming, it's inevitable. I have it written down. But today I felt bold enough to just do it. And I just had to figure, why is Yandy? Why is she bothering me? I don't know. I don't know.
Like you said, the message that she had to come with.
Talk again.
Because for the two readings to be linked together, or just all about, as you said in the very beginning, talking about how everything is a distraction at this moment.
Everything.
And we, the society uses reality TV as a way to be distracted.
But it's giving us a message, though.
Yep. And that message is to be more attentive to what kind of maybe women you keep around you, because maybe that woman or particular type of feminine energy you're drawn to might just roll over you in the future.
Oh my God, you said it so good.
Thank you.
So that meant I explained it good.
Yes.
That's truth. Time will tell. Time will tell. I somewhere remember within 25 years, but I swear I believe it be before then, because the earth is crying.
It really is.
It needs the breast milk of a woman.
It honestly do.
The men have ran it to the ground. And that's why they don't want to let go. But it has to be a woman. What do I mean? Now, this may be offensive, but don't take it as offensive. I can only tell you the way I see it, because this is such a big thing, because she's going to make difference in the United States. And because the United States tentacles reach far and wide, and 8 of them, that's a whole lot. That's just more than 1 day out of a week. So that means you got 7 days in a reservoir.
That's true.
So her hands are deep once you step in that suit. You understand? And you can get cocky in it or swallowed up in it. But standing here, she's going to be strong in that suit. So what kind of woman do you want to rule? Be careful about what you pick as friends, because that's what you would pick as a president.
Yes, you would.
Be careful. And many of you rule. And many of you may say, I'm nice. Okay. You could be. Then hope that your type win. But then you got people out there feeling like, you got to be hard on them. Treat them like children. I don't want that.
No, thank you.
I want her to take us where we've never been. Being more transparent.
Yeah.
As women, we could be, being women, we could be a little talky, especially when we're in our sensitive moment. So here, where am I going to take it? I'm drawn to the center.
No, it's so panned out perfectly.
I'm drawn to the center, somewhere where something unusual. Is there something unusual? Look for something unusual. Well, this stands up above the rest. This one right here. Oh, I don't know what it is. Okay. Oh, well, so I guess this one's hidden. But then this one right here is facing me. So, death. Now, the funniest thing about it that I didn't tell you, you already know, I don't know what's in these cards. I didn't want to say, but this woman might become sick in the chair. Or she might be assassinated. Or she might, or maybe something that will come up where she won't be able to fulfill like an 8-year term or something. And if you don't believe me, I'll go get my note.
Oh, okay. So while Mama Crone does that, some brief astrology that's going on. Actually, March 1st, if you haven't checked out my astrology video that I did, minus the fact that it was about a fire warning that was happening in the DMV area, I did do some breakdown in the astrology, and I will be touching back on that for something that's going to be happening on the 14th. However, from March 1st to April 12th, we are experiencing a Venus retrograde, which is all about reflecting on feminine energy.
Really?
Yes. Because Venus, the planet of love, the planet of femininity, the planet of being receptive, the true feminine nature, and I talk about Venus extensively in there, is all about, now that it's being retrograde, instead of being expressed outwardly and being expressed to the world, it's more internal. You have to go within yourself and really talk with that feminine energy, maybe get to know it some more, and maybe tap into that so you can better maneuver your way through life. All right.
Okay, now this is what I got in my meditation. I've already told you, so bear with me if I stumble because I went over it last night. So it was in me. So it was meant for me to tell you, even though I was putting it off. I had gotten this message. What day did I write this? It's a lot more, but that's the main part that I wanted to give. I wrote this on Monday at 6:13 a.m. Monday, this week. And yep, it was it this week, and today is Thursday.
Yeah, was Monday. Well, the Monday was the 3rd, wasn't it? I think so.
Yep, Monday was the 3rd.
Yeah.
Yep, that's when I wrote it. But I had other things that was piling up before this Monday. That's what made me start writing. When I said, okay, what is it? What is it, Yandy? What? But I don't know fully why why their energy is really palpable. That's all I can say. But anyway, the death card. And this is what I wrote. It says, great change is coming to America, the United States. What will most likely turn things around is more likely a woman, because she hears the cries of her babies, her children. The man have fallen and has lost respect with other nations. But other nations are falling too.
Oh, yeah.
The sweet milk of the mother will heal many. At first, and then I say no more, because I saw death. It says, I say no more. I say, if you could say, I say no more. But then I said, but we have to make this world a better place, like Michael Jackson for you and for me. That was it. And I gave it to you through the cards, which I knew I was going to do. But that says she's coming. But she's coming. And that, like I said, it may not be a sickness. It could be, I don't know, because sometimes death don't always mean death.
Right. I was thinking maybe like.
But it showed up here.
That she's going to change something.
It could be such a radical change. But whatever it is, she will not be full term. Maybe she may do her 4 years or whatever. Maybe they don't like her. I don't know. But I definitely see death. And I didn't even write it on the card. But when it showed up here, I said, death. You can't even see it. How can I make it up? I didn't even want to say it. I didn't even write it. Am I lying?
No, you literally said,
I was like, maybe that's a mistake.
Say no more.
Say no more. Death. So when it came up in the cards, I even said this. I even went, believe what you want to believe. And I know a lot of people says, I don't believe in cards. You don't have to. You don't have to. But when you go to the doctors and he tell you you have cancer, he reading x-rays. That's cards. That's deep.
Yeah.
What is he doing? When he takes the stethoscope, or when she take the stethoscope and listen to your heart, what's she doing? She reading the rhythm. Everything works together. Everything comes with an art and a science. It's how you study. And on your intuition. So if you got real good intuition, that means you perceive things and you learn through life. I gotta trust that I seen that. Then it'll be easy. A lot of times we just don't believe we really seeing something, or we don't really believe. And sometimes we tell people that are not equal with us, and they make us feel bad. You can't tell everything to everybody because not everybody is operating on your frequency. And you got to understand there are zombies. They're just not woke. They walk in there every day. I was telling Baby Crone this when she did that video with the accident. It's about a minute long. She's all embarrassed about it. But for you all who have seen it, I told Baby Crone, instead of sitting there, why don't you get away and move? Baby Crone said, no, I'm scared to move, right? I'm scared to move because no one else is moving. I told Baby Crone, take your car, drive over and go around the tree. If I'm messing up anything, correct me. Baby Crone said, I can't, and I'm not going to be the first one to do it. I said, I'm panicking, I'm home. I'm glad the tree missed it, but trees fall. So when you live in that come with the territory, you could be here today and gone tomorrow, just like that with old weak tree. And they big trees. So I said to her, so it must have been horrible, and it must have been a loud thump for when they fall. Oh my God. It's like the earth trembles. Am I lying? No. So we don't have how many trees we don't have fall? Every day you just hope they don't fall on your house. Right. Right. Or a thunderstorm can cause them to fall or whatever. So anyway, I said to Baby Crone, I said, you know what? She didn't do it. So finally, the police officer went through that way. She still didn't want to do it. Then somebody had to hail her to go that way. Am I right? The thing is that I was saying to Baby Crone is, first I said, why don't you make a U-turn and go back down the street? Even though this is going, just go back down the street. She wouldn't do it.
Because the other end was blocked off by a tree.
Right, but no, not both ends.
Both ends.
What?
Yeah, both ends was blocked off by a tree.
So one was back. Y'all was in the middle.
Yes.
Y'all was an ice cream sandwich.
Yes.
Why you ain't take a picture of the other tree? See what I'm saying? Trees fall around here. That's scary. That's scary. And so. But so she wound up doing what I said after someone told her to come. And that told me, and I told Baby Crone, so that means if you saw everybody going over here to your left, would you have gone? You know what she said?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm going on the road that's least traveled. Opposite. Too many people make me nervous. Unless I really want to go, unless I really feel a strong pull to go, I'll go. But if I don't feel it, too many people, you get seen, too much.
That is true.
Too many leaders involved. No, road less traveled. So, but that's it. That's the story I want to tell you. So I say this to say that to you during this reading. I don't even know. Should we put this reading out?
Yeah.
I don't know how Yandy fit in, other than I know that there is something going on in their marriage. Whatever's going on, she's not trustworthy in it. But yet a lot of people believe that she is. She's not honest. And I want to change it. I want to tell you something different. I said, but I feel as though it's not honest with her. And I think that's one of the things that's really destroying their marriage, secrets and things that they held in the past. For whatever reason, that was the thing that got me thinking about all of this, because we're so preoccupied with reality TV. And if you're going to watch it, I guess the one thing I can say to you, watch it with ethics.
That is true.
If you're going to watch it, about that. Close yourself. Watch it with ethics, with morals. Don't look at, well, I like drama. Start looking at it like this is a chess game. Do I want this person to rule over me? Because they funny. You know, we like people that do things and that obnoxious, but they're funny. But I don't want you to be my mama. Look at it like that. You don't have to do anything at all, because the truth will be the truth, and it will be what it will be. But great change is coming. And for me, that change is a woman taking place. I liken it to be Statue of Liberty stepping down and says, Mama home.
Yeah, true.
I mean, since they wanted us to know that Statue of Liberty was a black woman. And since the last one that was in that age group and that same equal with all the rest was a black woman, I will not be surprised if it's a strong black woman.
That's true.
It doesn't have to be. But as the time grows near, I'll let you know. But it looks like it's a strong black woman because the white woman that was 39, she passed. And then, and this is the order in which they passed. So the last that was standing was the black woman, 63 years old, who had almost died and was saved to come back to tell her story, then to die again.
Yikes.
Powerful black woman. We don't want her better though. We don't want her better. We don't want her spewing. We don't want, no. So think about it. You know, if you're in black power, we don't want that ruling because we got a lot of people out here. We got to start thinking about uniting.
Yes.
Not division.
No.
And if you on that black power, hey, sister, soul sister, no, because we gotta bring it together.
Find the balance.
Find the balance.
The harmony.
I guess she could be that way. She could be that way.
Yeah.
She could be, but let me put two people out there for you. It would have to be a little mixture of Whoopi Goldberg.
Okay.
In my opinion, this is the best way I can do it. You got something, let me know. But also a mixture of Candace Owens.
Okay, yeah, that's a good blend.
You gotta mix it, and then you gotta throw some in it, and I don't know what that would be.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they gotta make a baby. That's what I'm saying. So you don't want it too feminine, and you don't want it too masculine.
Right.
You want to have it. I can stand up to any man, but I can respect any man.
Yes.
You know, I can be firm on any woman, but I can love a woman like my sister, like my mother. We want the balance.
Yes.
We don't want her out of balance. So as we wait for this momentous occasion to come, which you heard it from me, I'm sitting on it. I don't know when, but I know within 25 years. But I'm feeling it sooner than that. What do you think?
Yeah.
Nobody else can fit it. There is no man suitable. There is no other man that's suitable to take it. It's time for the woman. And I don't even say this out of glory. I'm personally, I'm afraid because I know what Americans like, and they like that mean, hard, tough. I don't want that ruling over me. And look at me. I've seen it in my mother. I've seen it in my aunties. I don't want it. No, I want somebody that's fair, which I've seen in my teachers. I've had teachers that has been kind to me. I've seen it in preacher wives that has been kind and gentle, and they sit in the background. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it in best friends' parents, their mother. So I've seen this energy, and that is the kind of energy that I want, that knows don't mess with my kids. You understand? But all at the same time, I'm going to do what's right for all of us. In other words, she will give her milk freely. And that energy is coming from her. And it's not coming from her lower region. It's coming from the life force itself, her breast. And I'm excited about it. And so that's what Yandy and that couple to give birth, that mixture in the middle of all of this chaos, she's coming up out of that, if that makes sense. Did I make it any more clear?
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say? Well, that's it. That's all I have. I hope it makes sense to you to give gobbledygook. That's how I hope. I hope I explained it. I hope I explained why Yandy, she was all a part of it. Do I have her out of me? Yes, I think it is. She's a very strong black woman, very strong. So, and very powerful. And she does good things in the earth. A lot of things go unnoticed with Yandy. But that doesn't mean she's not a liar. With that, and that's everything I say is allegedly. I love you, Yan. Just saying what was said to me. With that being said, I thank you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. And what I have to say to you is sunflowers. Oh, what is this? Sunflowers.